Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play The Witcher 2. When we left off last time, we wandered around town some more, then we came into the tavern here. We did some dicing, some arm wrestling, some brawling. Off screen, I finished up the dicing that's in here. Including the... I didn't win it. I went to the guy in the corner that was all like, oh, I have this relic for you. And I diced him and I won twice and he didn't give me anything. And someone was saying in the comments that all he gives you is like a coupon or a discount or something for The Witcher 1, which is completely irrelevant anyhow. So, whatever. We're just going to leave that guy alone. Now, we do need to find, as you can see my quest log in the corner there, Bartholomew Bargee to finish up the arm wrestling. And I'm pretty sure it's something similar with, if I remember right, with the dicing and the brawling. That it's basically like game 1, where I'm just going to have to keep like going through and do... I mean, it says 3 out of 4 competitors, but I have a feeling it's going to be an ongoing thing throughout the game. Like, every area I go to, I'm going to have to find the people to do those things with. So, right now, let's talk about... Oh, look at Vernon here. He's all tuckered out. I can't even talk to him? I know he's well asleep, huh?
Damn, that was close. Innkeep! Vodka!
Triss Marigold. Lice eat me, but you are a treat to behold. Just a little pale.
Well,
Magic takes its toll, but
rough
I'll be
for her
all
lately,
right.
yeah.
Good to see you in your beard again.
Can somebody tell me what happened? You set off a month ago for Zoltan's wedding.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
Fucked. There will be no wedding.
Did
Why
you hear
not?
about Foltest?
Rumors travel faster than the wind.
Winds and rumors. I want to know the truth.
I want to know about the wedding. What
I want to know
happened?
how Foltest died. And the dragon, was there really one there?
There was.
And who rules Temeria now?
Well, it's a little up in the air.
Calm down. You'll choke on your liquor.
Okay, so... Yeah, what's with the wedding?
No wedding, Zoltan.
The Breckenrigs broke off the engagement because some limp prick put it about that I joined the uprising in Vizima.
Aw.
The would-be Popper-law refused to let a rebel firebrand join the family.
Sorry about that, buddy.
Innkeep, where's our drink?
It was like this. We got to Mahakam a week after the Grand Master died. Bought Zoltan an absolutely grand doublet, a pair of Garibaldi Krakau's, and as a gift for Eudora, a jade stone as big as my fist.
We were broke as a joke by the time Dandelion threw me a bachelor party at an establishment called the Tight Lane.
Next day, we went over to the Breckenrigs. They welcomed us in, sat us down, and proceeded to discuss the superiority of Mahakaman mining know-how over any other. And that went on until dinner. Just when I thought I'd learned more than I ever wanted to know about mining, they served the soup.
You could have held a pin drop. Old Breckenrig rose and he says, "A real dwarf works a mine, not chases fame on the battlefield."
You'll never believe this, Geralt, but they served duck blood soup. It was as black as tar. They must have dropped lumps of coal into the pot.
Eat, Breckenrig says. Then proceeded to slurp 2 full bowls of the shite. Old goat. Hope his mind caves in on his head.
So they made him sit all day just to deny him. Sorry, buddy. That sucks. Alright. Well, I don't think you've joined the Scoia'tael, right? He was kind of on the edge
you're
before.
working with the Scoia'tael, Zoltan.
I have done many things in my life, Geralt, but I have never stooped to banditry.
The Scoia'tael don't consider themselves bandits.
And I think Zoltan
I
might,
am
though.
no Scoia'tael.
Alright. Dandelion?
Since when have you worked for Roach?
Hey, nobody said a word when you went out to save Temeria from the Grand Master and his mutants.
Relax, Dandelion. I was just asking. Do what you want. You're an adult, kind of.
That wasn't very supportive.
Oh, he never is.
Laugh away. At least I decided to do something constructive.
You used to spy for Redania. Now you're spying for Temeria. Some might call you a traitor.
Ever
leave
tried to
me.
live off of poetry alone? The truth is, I'm a citizen of the world. As long as I don't serve Emperor Emir, I'm not doing any harm.
That's oversimplifying things a lot, but
You play the spy a bit, get bored and drop it. You know how he is.
I'm kind of with Zoltan on this. Alright, so there totally was a dragon, guys.
The dragon. Well, the dragon appeared, and that's all I know.
But where did the La Villettes get a dragon?
I don't think it was
We heard it fought on their
theirs.
side, huge as a barn.
It was on their side.
Dragons don't usually take sides. Maybe its lair was nearby and it just felt threatened.
If you hadn't driven it off, Foltest might not have taken the castle.
How much good it did him.
We'll never know for sure.
Alright,
Triss, you're the expert on Temeria. Tell us who's in charge now.
It's chaotic and getting worse. The old families are fighting for supremacy, no holds barred.
Baron Kimbolt and Count Mariville, I bet.
Among others. After the assassination, while Geralt was in the dungeon, the lords convened in a field near Lavalette Castle to choose a new ruler.
So who'd they pick?
3 days they debated, and it looked more like a bazaar than a meeting of nobles. Except the trade was in court and ministry positions, spheres of influence, royal privileges.
Humans.
In spite of several duels and 2 poisonings, no king was chosen. Civil war was in the air.
Huh. So,
Where were the mages?
kicked out?
Where were the grey eminences of this world when they were truly needed?
They weren't invited. Neither was I. But if not for their intervention, or rather that of a few influential sorceresses,
Yeah?
Baron Kimbolt would have taken the throne.
So who
I
stepped
was
in and why?
invited to sing at his court once. Afterwards, he refused to pay me, and the food was awful. No way I'll stay in Temeria if he's crowned.
So, what kind of resolution did they come to?
Did they ultimately resolve anything?
No, it ended as usual. Sadly, John Natalis remains our only hope.
Ah, the victor at Brenna, and Foltest's most tried and true field commander.
During the deliberations, he was several days' march from Lavalette lands, with an additional 2,000 armed men in tow. He's to keep the peace until a rightful monarch is chosen.
He could find that ruling is to his liking.
Natalis is a soldier at heart. He's not suited to rule, and I don't believe he even wants to.
He's got the army behind him.
Yeah, but if he
Which is
doesn't
why
want
he
it...
can guarantee peace. Why, a tenuous one, sure, but that's always better than civil war. Besides which, he's deeply in debt to a dwarven bank in which Philippa Eilhart as sorceress
Aha.
holds significant stake.
Yeah, you and your lodge. So is that the sorceress who intervened to keep it from being Kimball?
I think I've heard enough about politics.
So,
Foltest's killer lay in wait in the tower, where the Lavalettes had hidden the royal bastards. He was well informed.
absolutely.
Wait a minute.
Why isn't anyone else watching the
I was
kids?
protecting the king. After the first attempt, Foltest began treating me as his lucky charm. He ordered me to be at his side during the battle. The dragon separated us from the rest of the army. The killer disguised himself as a monk, a blind one at that. He let Foltest greet his children, waited until I had walked off, then cut the king's throat from ear to ear.
How did he flee?
Jumped out a window into the river below. Iorveth Skoyatel were waiting in a boat. It was planned.
And you're chasing him because he murdered the king?
Well, yeah, I gotta clear my name.
I need to clear my name. Besides, I looked him in the eye before he escaped.
Witcher.
He's a witcher. Then some brave Temerian soldiers showed up, piled on me, and knocked me out.
Which, if they'd stopped to think, obviously it couldn't have been
Save yourselves,
Geralt.
good folk! The beast attacks!
The riverbeast?
We better
I
get
am
out
on
there.
this.
Someone's casting spells.
No, we're gonna go fight something. We are totally gonna save the day. Let's do this. Yeah, riverbeast. Kayren, is that its name? Oh, dude, he just stood... Well, I mean, I don't know that I could do any better, but he kind of just stood there and took it. I like to hope that I would run more successfully than that. Oh. Who's this? She helped. Wait. Is this... Does she have black hair? Is this Yen? Underwear fella's gonna check it out.
What sort of sorceress are you? A lot of good you did.
She saved your buddy's
Can't
life.
you hear me? Why didn't you help him?
She drove off the
He's
thing.
alive, isn't he?
The beast nearly pulled him in the water while you stood staring like a calf at a shit-covered clover.
Watch your words.
Yeah,
Where's this beast?
she could have done just
Ask
nothing.
her.
Geralt,
Ah, I guess we knew each other.
Oh, look here. Birds of a feather.
Do you want us to help or
Let's
not,
see.
buddy?
I've heard of you.
Master Witcher, this is foolish. The beast near pulled Sozek into the depths, and you're simply chatting with this damsel.
Yeah. Sozek's alive, right? So there you go. Actually, I am. I want to know about the monster, but cooler heads are not prevailing right here. First off, idiot, if you are so worried about it, how about you get off the frickin' docks where the beast just was, because if it comes back, it may well take you. Beyond that, look, if you want me to take care of this, I'm going to do it my way. And it's not going to help if you get in and start yelling me about it. I could just leave your dirty little town to handle it itself. How about that one, huh?
Sozek's alive, and nowhere near the depths. The monster's vanished without a trace.
You best take her seriously, lest you vanish without a
You
trace.
threatening me? Alright, intimidation time.
I'm tired of your whining. Get out of here.
Oh, as ever. It's the common folk that get ploughed. Come on, lads!
Look, I still intend to fight your monster. I'm not going to take a bunch of sass from you while I'm at it.
I apologize for interrupting, but I am Louis Merce.
Yeah, we talked before.
And I am chief person in charge of all matters related to monster hunting in Flotsam. It is in this capacity that I must inquire if you're willing to attempt to resolve the problem of our so-called Kayren.
Absolutely.
The beast that now blocks all trade traffic on the river.
So, Witcher, are we willing?
We are indeed.
I usually work alone.
I was here
She can help.
first, and I'll not relinquish this contract. My way or
No,
the
it's not,
highway,
Yen. Her eyes are the wrong
as
color.
The locals put it.
Fine. Your way it is.
You must contact the merchants on the waterfront as regards any rewards. Madame de Tansarville has, I believe, already conducted some preliminary negotiations.
Oh, this is Sila de
That I
Tansarville?
have.
In that case, don't let me keep you.
Triss, how long must I wait for you to introduce us?
Sila de Tansarville, advisor to Queen Zulika of Kovir.
Kovir's a long way north.
True. I had my doubts if the Kayren was worth the journey, but those were dispelled with what it showed today.
Here to hunt down some ingredients?
Triss Marigold. Sharp as ever.
You're thinking
No love
that.
lost between these two,
Troll
eh?
eyes, ghoul venom, virgin's blood, all those disgusting marvels we take from dying species to throw into the cauldron at Sabbaths. Right, Triss?
Absolutely. Virgins are a dying breed.
Oh my. Your sense of humor seems to be intact too. But enough of these pleasantries. Tell me, Geralt. You saw the tentacle. What do you make of it all?
The beast must be huge. Maybe inhabited one of the Pontar's tributaries before, hunting animals. Then it grew for some reason, and hunger drove it to seek fresh pastures.
And on the Pontar it found trade barges burgeoning with obese, slow-moving merchants. You're partly correct. Cedric claims the Kayren emerged from the northern swamps approximately 1 month past.
Cedric?
An elf, formerly a Scoia'tael. Strange bird.
Huh.
But he knows quite a bit about the area and its living wonders.
I need to look around, find out a few things.
An investigation. Witches' rituals, extracting secrets and such.
More or less. I'll talk to the merchants about the reward, pay Cedric a visit, and get back to you.
You'll find me at the inn. I've rented lodgings there, on the upper floor.
You know the inn's also a whorehouse.
Thanks for the warning.
Anyhow, Cedric, that was the one that they said would peek out his head and let him know when it was clear to open the gates, so... And he used to be a Scoia'tael. Now that's really interesting. New quest phase. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Alright, well, I was ready to just charge out and fight, but...
People.
I probably should have talked a little nicely to the villagers there, and they might would have given me some key information to track this thing down faster, but... Whatever, we're gonna make it work without that. Didn't appreciate their attitude. Oh, one thing I want to do, before it gets too far ahead of me, is I do want to keep up on our journal, because we have all of these lovely descriptions that Dandelion has written for us. So, the Kayren, a matter of price. Sorceresses never do anything out of the kindness of their hearts for the simple reason that they have stones instead of hearts. Yeah, he's not overly fond of them. Sheila said she had enough of talking and wouldn't lift a finger against the monster until the price of the contract was set. The artless witcher would never have thought to do things that way, but since a sorceress lifting her finger can be mighty helpful in any situation, particularly one that involves killing huge monsters, our hero went to haggle with the merchants at the harbor. Very well. So, let's take a look at... We'll work down and go up. Now let's Tully's heart. So we ran into the reavers. And then we saw the boat, and with New Boy's help, the Witcher managed to sneak aboard unmolested, and so the advice he had offered the Reaver in passing had now saved his own life. Tidy. Dungeons of the Lavalettes. Alright, he'd been in Slammer. Prison guards are dumb and short-tempered, we did that. Chanced upon Arian. Alright. Before anyone could say, we've 2 vacant cells and several openings for new jailers, Geralt dealt with the guards and turned back to find Arian Lavalette. The young baron knew of a secret passage, so the fugitives headed off in its direction. The Witcher escaped from the fortress, but Arian chose to remain behind. Pride would not allow him to leave his family seat in enemy hands. The smarter thing would have been to scheme and find a way to get it back. The ensuing fire was the talk of the surrounding villages for years, and to this day the phrase, "bright as the night the castle burned down," remains in the local vernacular. Geralt was free. He rushed towards the riverboat of the Special Forces, his head a jumble of questions. Triss Marigold and Vernon Roach awaited him on board the vessel, but alas, they had no answers. Future events would shed light on the mystery, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Alright, then up to... Man, this is still just finishing off the prologue. The Assassins of Kings. First imprisoned and now pursued for a crime he did not commit, the Witcher was sailing up the Pontar River toward the town of Flotsam. Geralt wanted to clear his name and was intrigued by the Witcher-like assassins. Our hero needed to solve the mystery of the Kingslayers, and a certain informant of the Temerian Intelligence Service was to help him in that. Oh, yourself, Mr. Dandelion? Alright. So up here, the Assassins of Kings, our current part. Just outside Flotsam, Geralt saw Foltest's murderer once more. The assassin was in the company of Iorveth, the commander of the Spoil Tally unit. This was surely no coincidence, and, as it would turn out later, the encounter was deliberately staged indeed. It did seem to be, like Iorveth's playing his little recorder while people are walking up the track, and surely he knows, and he had all of his elves like in the sides and the bushes watching. He was putting on a show for us. From that moment on, the Witcher began to wonder if he could use the elven leader to get to the assassin. We might could. Fight Club. King Ziggy, a man of noble birth who was surrounding himself with men of despicable status, took note of Geralt's fist-fighting successes. He offered him a chance to participate in another tournament. These were supposed to be fights for especially selected men. The participants' glory and reward would be guaranteed. Ziggy tended to appear in front of the inn at the evenings, and it was there that Geralt met him again. Alright. Poker face, good grief. When Geralt was staying in Vizima, he was less known among the gamblers as a witcher, and more as a consummate dice poker player. His fame spread across all of Temeria, and there were bound to be people in Flotsam who would recognize him as a gaming partner. Geralt was immediately invited for a game with 2 local players. He also learned about a third, the local champion, a man who wouldn't play with just anyone. Geralt sat at the table and left his opponent with little more than his shirt, yet it was not enough to join the local Dice Poker League. Oh, there's leagues? First things first, our hero proved that luck was on his side, and he could try tackling more challenging opponents. A certain merchant hanging around the inn was the first league player on the list. Before long, the Witcher took out the first opponent of the Poker League. Thus he had the right to play against the dwarf, Einar Gausel, who is the barber, and I do want to visit him. Alright, bring it on. Though it was perhaps one of the less celebrated episodes in the Witcher's career, know that while in Flotsam, Geralt managed to best Skinny Sten. With that modest achievement under his belt, he could face Wiry Wilkes. It did not take long for Wiry Wilkes, a man seemingly woven of sinews alone, to bow to the strength of the Witcher's arm. Now it was Big Max's turn. Big Max strained and wheezed, but the Witcher proved the stronger arm wrestler. One more opponent, the strongest of them all, remained. This was Bartholomew Bargee of the village of Lebinden. But he's hanging around here in Flotsam, right? Alright, and we got some troll trouble. In practicing their trade, Witchers abide by a code that clearly explains what they can and cannot do. Geralt claims he invented this code himself to have an excuse for refusing unwanted jobs, but I think such a stratagem would be too complicated for him. Either way, Geralt noticed that Bernard Laredo had posted a bounty on the head of a troll living in the area. Because a troll is a sapient creature, it falls under the code as huntable only if evil. The curious Witcher decided to check it out. Yeah, I have a feeling this is more of a misunderstanding situation, and probably the troll is not in the wrong, but I am really curious about that. Andraga contract? Andragas were multiplying in the Flotsam area. The monsters had become such a scourge that Bernard Laredo, though stingy by nature, posted a bounty for their extermination. The Witcher accepted the job and decided that a little theoretical preparation might pay off. Reading about the Andraga's habits would be worth it. Necker contract? In spite of events, Geralt had not forgotten his profession. Witchering was his prime source of income, so when he learned that the Flotsam authorities had posted a bounty for exterminating Neckers, he accepted the job immediately. Before he began, he decided to learn more about the vicious creatures. He began looking for books about Neckers and searching for the creatures to observe their behavior. Then the Kayren. What about the monstrosity of Flotsam? Well, Geralt heard that a beast had attacked a man on the pier. Driven by professional curiosity, he went to investigate. Indeed, it was as the people had said. The unlucky victim lay on the pier. A riled crowd surrounded him and was commenting on the events. Among the onlookers stood the sorceress Sila de Tansarville. The Witcher and the sorceress exchanged but a few words before she asked Geralt for help in hunting down the dangerous beast. First, they needed to identify the species. An elf named Cedric was said to be the most knowledgeable about the local wildlife. And indecent proposal. When the dust at the gallows had settled, Laredo invited Geralt for a talk. Even if we ignore the fact that witchers, like troubadours and scholars, never refuse free board, it was a good occasion to feel out the commander. Geralt accepted the invitation. Oh my goodness. So much reading. Alright. So, tell us about Lavalette Castle. During my travels, I visited the dynastic abode of the Lavalette family several times. Anyone who considers Vizima an impressive city is unlikely to have seen the ancestral citadel of the Lavalettes. The immensity of the fortress is simply breathtaking, to the extent that calling it a mere castle is either a gross inaccuracy or a jest. Expanded over generations, the walled town boasts the greatest fortifications in Temeria, and perhaps in all the northern kingdoms. The citadel is located near the strategically important White Bridge, which connects the banks of the Pontar. It commands the entire area, including nearby trade routes and the river crossing. No wonder, then, that the rebellion of the Lavalettes disturbed Foltest's sleep. Tell us about its dungeons. During one of my visits to the Lavalette family's vast abode, when I had the pleasure of meeting the old baron's niece, a charming creature but 16 springs old, my host, clearly proud of his land and son holdings, offered to show me around the keep's expansive and varied cellars. While he entertained me with conversation and anecdotes on various subjects, including the unique system of penalties designed for seducers of the underaged, I got a thorough tour of the dungeon beneath Lavalette Castle. The guards were exceptionally polite and seemed to have an unerring sense of direction within the labyrinthine network of vestibules, cells, and winding corridors. I imagined that without their help, it would be easy to lose one's way there, wandering around for hours, unable to find an exit. I would not envy any soul imprisoned there. Alright, tell us about Flotsam. Flotsam, a river port and trading post, lies along the upper course of the Pontar, among inaccessible forests in the valley that bears the river's name. Numerous trade routes meet here, and the Temeria and Aedirnian border is located nearby. Land travel in the region was arduous and dangerous, for Scoia'tael units prowled the woods. However, as they say, elves, like cats, are shy of water, so most travelers and merchants chose to sail the river. Flat-bottomed barges, punts, scows, and even sea-going cogs visited the harbor, ferrying goods between Aedirn, Caedwyn, Temeria, Redania, and Sedaris on the seashore. No wonder, then, that this ostensibly small outpost was of vital economic importance. He who controlled it drew immense profits from trade. At the start of our story, Flotsam belonged to Temeria. Is it going to change? And its small garrison was tasked with enforcing the law and providing protection from river pirates, Scoia'tael units, and monsters inhabiting the surrounding forest. At the start of our story, something's gonna happen and someone else is gonna lay claim to it, aren't they? Interesting wording. Brothel? Flotsam's brothel was one of only 2 noteworthy attractions available to visitors and locals. Yet unlike the scaffold, the bordello kept regular hours, offered a regular repertoire, and had a regular staff. Talked about the dragon. Alright, so this is just various diagrams. I don't want to read the tutorial. Characters, there's going to be a lot of characters. Oh my goodness, there's so many characters. Okay, and I absolutely want to catch up on this at some point. But I think for now, we're going to do a little bit more walking around. So what do I want to focus on at the moment? What's this exclamation point over here? Oh, it's this guy who doesn't want to talk to me, right?
I think the stew's ready.
People! The mutant's pursuing me!
Settle
Want
down.
to stir it.
What do you want?
Heard you have a problem.
Ah, if only we had just one. Highways washed out, forests full of bandits, a riverbeast blocks the port, and tolls at a rise.
Can't help with the tolls, but the monster's a possibility.
A sorceress said the same, but we've yet to see any results.
Well, I'm a witcher.
She's asked me to work
My
with
life's
her.
work is to
And
take
who's
out
to pay
monsters.
your wage?
That's what I'm here to discuss.
The sorceress was to manage alone. You can split that reward if you wish.
Well, we're managing it together now, so as I see it, you should double the reward.
You jest!
I could just leave the monster there. What's this skill?
You'll double what you offered Lady de Tansarville, because that's what the contract's worth.
So be it.
Ooh,
I assume you to be professionals and worth every last copper paid to you.
absolutely.
It's a deal. Now tell me what you know about the beast.
You're the Witcher, damn it. I've no knowledge of these things.
Who could tell me more?
That ploughing elf, Cedric.
What's your
most
problem with
probably.
Cedric?
He's supposed to know all about monsters.
Where can I find him?
In the village, outside the walls. Now leave me be.
I don't, sir.
Alright.
I work the material.
Well, that was certainly interesting. I don't know if I should feel bad about manipulating him like that or not. I kind of don't, because I have a feeling he probably was going to underpay for the contract if he thought he could get away with it. In the stories, people frequently do.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Trouble.
Alright, and I don't think I need to talk to him more, right?
Welcome.
He's done. Alright, so what do I want to do here?
Thank you, not a good boy. The rabbit-
I want to figure out where the
They
barber
pinch my ass
is.
and don't even leave a tip.
What do we want to track? I could go out and just fight some Neckers and Andragas. I really want to see about this troll. Alright, yeah, let's see if we can... Although, what's this in blue? Like right here, this spot is blue. What is that about? We'll keep moving. Excuse me, pigs.
What do you want me to do?
Alright, so I need to get all the way out of the town, right? I have a feeling yes, but we're gonna just wander around here first.
My places stay as they are, and I'll not join them.
So how's it going, dear? Everything
Gods of mercy. Greetings, Sonny.
Can't talk to you? Okay. Have I really looked over here yet?
I know your kind.
Whatever. Who's this fella? Filmo Spartak.
Welcome to my modest shop.
Thank you. So, what do you got going on here?
What do you deal in?
All kinds of incense, mainly.
Eh?
For meditation, rejuvenation, cooking, making medicine, rituals, whatever you require.
Alright, let's have a look. Okay. This is the store, right? No, that's my stuff. I can sell the soldiers' orders and actually make money on them? And the arrest warrant? Alright. I mean, I might as well, right? Alright, what does he have in terms of books? Rites of Mediet contains information about the Summer Shrine, which enhances the Quen sign. It's 1 Orin. Let's do it. Alright. Diagrams? Brock. Oh, he's got so many things, and I should probably really care about all this. We'll get there later. Alchemy stuff. Alright, we're probably about done, I think. I will be going, thank you. But let's look at this book that we just bought from you. Midiet? I'm probably saying it totally wrong. Or Midsummer is the day of the summer solstice and marks the beginning of the first month of summer in the elven solar calendar. Elves believe that all things under the sun occur in cycles. After midsummer, the days grow shorter and the dying commences, to last until the winter solstice. Summer shrines erected on this day give praise to the sun and life, while acknowledging death's certainty. Spells that protect living things and draw power from the sun's heat are particularly strong near these shrines. Witches use them to bless crops and summon fire. Even godless witchers bow before summer shrines to augment the intensity of their signs. Alright. Good to know. Oh, use the torch. Okay. What do we got here? Kayren. And what's back this way? Oh, look at this. Oh no, I was here before. This is where... Yeah. Can I go through this door now? That I couldn't before? Oh, excellent. What have we got going on back here?
Where might you be going?
To the city outside the walls.
What kind of question is that? Anyway, know where I can find an elf named Cedric?
Don't get involved in this.
Why? Problem with Sheila?
You did turn pale when we met Sheila.
You must have imagined that.
No. Sheila's part of the lodge, isn't she?
I know you too well.
Sheila's one of the most powerful sorceresses.
That's no reason to fear her.
She can't be trusted, in my experience. I know her to be devious and manipulative.
Any proof?
She's well aware you lost your memory, yet pretended she didn't know.
That's interesting.
Why would she do that?
I don't know. Her true intentions have always been hard to fathom.
I'll see if I can't learn what they are.
How?
I'll go hunting with her, right after I find Cedric.
Well, then let's go see him. He should be at the top of his observation tower.
I don't know that I'm overly worried about Sheila's true motive. Like, I kind of get where Triss is coming from. Like, just leave it alone, Geralt. I don't want to leave the Kayren alone. I'm a witcher. I gotta kill the monster. But beyond that, we could just give a wide berth of Sheila after we kill the monster, you know? It's probably the smartest thing to do. I don't want to be dismissive of any of Triss's worries, because they're probably well-founded. But we're still going to fight the Kayren.
Girls become witches too?
Nobody can become witchers now, sorry.
Hey, welcome.
Oh, thank you. What you guys doing over here?
What?
Well, these guys obviously are fishing.
Praise the God. Regards.
Can you just fish with a basket, or are they looking for something different?
Oh, my son. You should get home early today. Eat something. Oh, my damn sacrum. Aching and thumping.
Become witches too?
Kid, you gotta back out the way. Oh my gosh, is she really gonna follow me all over just parroting the same question?
Girls become witches too?
Get out of the way. No, they can't. Now go. I mean, in a way they can. Technically, yeah. Series, essentially, but...
Oh, my son.
Witchers aren't, like, currently being made, so... Not really. And Sirius really only kind of partly a witcher.
Nothing but work in a tavern.
What's going on here, fellas?
Don't betray no one else, Sylvie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Commandant Dorito will explain everything.
What's going on here?
No right.
What's going on here?
This whore's a Scoia'tael spy.
How'd you know?
Any evidence?
What's it to you?
It's a lot to me.
She loiters around the garrison, kick-kitting us. Roderick says he boned her, but I don't believe that.
Maybe she just likes Roderick.
That's your evidence?
2 of our lads are missing. Last seen with her.
I only spoke to them. Then they went off towards the caves. That's all I know.
The bitch is lying. She led them into an ambush.
Well, I'll go off
This
towards
ought
the
to
caves
be
too.
easy enough to resolve. Look inside the caves.
But they're crawling with all sorts of filth.
No? Fine.
I'll do it, but you'll pay me. Wait for me at the harbor.
And don't make any rash moves against her in the meantime. Wait until we sort this out. Oh, is that Cedric over there? Up on his watchtower? We'll take a look in a minute, but first, let's explore a bit. I know, I still haven't gone in all the houses in the city. Going in all the houses is a little bit exhaustive, but I feel like I should do it. Oh, because there's a book in there. That's what I wanted. I just want to find books sometimes. Yeah. Theopotis, a forgotten god. Theopotis, a forgotten god of the Pontar Valley, is still worshipped in certain forest settlements, but the times of his greatness and popularity are long past. A few priestesses and witches make offerings to him, yet no common folk wish to take part in their rites. In the era of human colonization, Theopotis was a guardian god, often associated with rivers from which humans drew benefit. He guarded people from the dangers of the forest. Poles bearing his likeness marked the border between areas that had been tamed and those that remained wild and dangerous. Theopotis gave people fish, made sailing easier, and his name was used to ward off beasts. Yet he remained petulant and fierce. In these times, if those wandering through the woods come across stone idols with gaping jaws, they believe them to be the likenesses of fierce monsters rather than statues commemorating a once-loved deity. That's kind of sad. So if I leave an offering, can we, I don't know, rekindle something? Maybe meet the guy? Could the Kayren be involved? It is a river creature. You've got a crow in your house.
My medallion vibrates when you're nearby, and it only vibrates near magic or danger.
Well, she's a witch.
Maybe it's warning you not to make a pass at me, lest I slap you.
You're right. I should watch what
With a
I
good
do.
sense of humor.
Listen carefully. People may say I'm a witch, but I don't deal in spells. You don't look like someone who'd come for a charm or a curse. So you either seek out sensations or hunt witches. Whichever the case.
I'm not about to denounce you, nor do I want to see you dancing naked in the moonlight before Veopatis' shrine.
How dare you?
I want to buy some herbs.
Herbs?
For personal use.
Yeah, witchers make use of them. You dice, huh? Well, for now, let's trade. What have you got? I'd like to see. Oh. I like the big check mark. You got this book. Don't buy it again. Petries filter. What kind of diagrams? Oh, she's going to have all kinds of formulas for stuff. Tawny owl, wolf, swallow. I've already got. Alright. Crafting. Andraga teeth. I am sure to come across plenty of those on my own. Alright. Quest items. Green mold. How much is it? Oh, there we go. Oh, it's 126. What do I need it for? What quest wants it? Should I just buy it? Bought it. Shouldn't have done that, but I did. Okay. So, what makes it a quest item? What did I need it for? Alright, that's good. Well, she's a much more likable witch than Abigail was. At least thus far. She's just out here, living her life, doing her thing, not mucking around with love potions or curses or whatever else. I'm taking all her herbs. They'll grow back, she'll be fine. Oh, almost missed one. Wolfsbane, gotcha. Is this Cedric? Nope, this is Jonas. Didn't mean to push you, Jonas. Sorry, buddy. Okay, this isn't actually a path I can follow. Let's get some mushrooms. Can't use the cattails for anything, eh? Oh, what was that? Oh, just timber. We'll leave it there, we don't need it. Alright, so who's over... Wow, look at the glare on that window. Whoosh. Sandler?
Excellent work.
In it. The finest hides and the tannins on half by either. A straggler here, a lobber there, sometimes a hapless calf. I've even got otter fur for you.
You hunt?
Oh, we must not hunt in the royal forest. Even children know that. Besides, it's too dangerous to go among the trees now, what with all those monsters.
They must be finding more food in the area.
A war's brewing, methinks.
Not necessarily. The Scoia'tael attack merchants and ambush patrols. Ideal conditions for necrophages.
We ought to wait for better times and be satisfied with the little things, like the good book teaches us.
I don't know. I mean, there's something to be said for being satisfied with little things, but I don't think you should just sit and wait twiddling your thumbs for better times. Sometimes you gotta get out there and you've gotta do your part to make the better times come. Alright, so you'll craft stuff, eh? What do we want? We could get the claw. Oh, because we've got our Andraga Venom. I kind of really want this claw. Is it going to be awesome? It might be awesome. It's 30 to 55 damage. Alright, I really want to see it, so... Yeah! What else? I don't think we actually need any of the rest of this right now, right? Superb leather trousers. I kind of wish this screen would show me a comparison to the trousers I'm currently wearing, but we'll just let it go for now. Okay. Let's see this claw. Oh, it's a trap! How did I miss that? It's a trap that does a lot of damage. Alright. So I need to get a lot more Andraga Venom and probably make a bunch of them. It wasn't like a quest item, right? No. It was just my everything default pile. Okay. Also, I'm curious, what do you sell? Ooh. All kinds of stuff. Enhancements if I want them. Hardened leather jacket. Again, it would be really nice to see mine. You know what, I could probably... Can I? No, it's not going to show what I'm currently wearing. Bummer. Alright. Some little crappy daggers, but they're probably good to have. Leave them be for now. I've been spending a lot of money. Okay, I just wanted to know what kind of stuff you sold. Oh, I was more interested in these cards on the ground, not the timber. Huh. Primitive necklace. Huh, curious. Oh, what's going on over here? Is everyone just hanging out by the fire normally, or is there like a conversation to be had? Oh, Bartholomew! I need to talk to you. I need to save because I haven't in a long time. Now here we've got an elf hanging out with some humans and they're all cool. Everyone's good with each other. Yeah. Bartholomew, we are gonna arm wrestle in just a minute here, buddy, but first...
A very nice day. I see
No.
the elf named Cedric. Any of you know
Wait, was his name Codpiece?
I need to know if the forest said...
Good piece. Okay.
How am I to know if that's truly what
Better.
It's common knowledge that you're racist. Why did he need two thoughts?
Who's racist?
You tend to lose them.
I heard the village is home to someone who knows monsters.
That'll be Cedric. Talk to him.
Where can I find him?
Top of the tower, near the way out of the village.
Thanks.
Do you think she's meant to be half-elf? Something in her eyes almost looked like maybe she is. There's half-elves in the world of the Witcher, so it could certainly be.
Gods! You see this, yet you don't rain thunder?
Alright, Bartholomew?
What do you want?
I want to arm
I
wrestle.
heard you're the local arm wrestling champ.
You bet I am.
Let's go.
I'd like to change that.
Many tried and walked away with shit in their britches.
I don't
You wanna go?
see that being a result of failing an arm wrestling match, but let's try it.
You bet I do.
All right, come with me. Let's do it now. I'll be tied up later.
Alrighty.
All right.
I suppose we do have, like, there's nowhere right here to arm wrestle, so, alright. Ooh, I want to pick whatever this is, though. It looks like scleroderm. I can't get it? Ugh, bummer. It must not be, I can still interact with other people, so.
Death to the squirrels!
Oh boy. Alright, is this the spot?
Ready?
Here in the crates, yep. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, alright. Okay. Don't bungle it. Take it nice and easy. Oh shoot! Okay, there's a bit of a flow to this. We can... We got it, we got it. Just nice and easy. Easy. Don't lose it at the end. Oh! Yeah!
Strong as an ox. Here are your oranges.
Thank you.
Once we had a company of Adam Pangrat's mercenaries here.
Yeah?
I'm the strongest here, so I took on a due. But that lad's got superhuman strength.
Alright.
He beat me like a child. If you ever see him, tell him Bard Bargy drinks to his health.
Will do.
Alright.
So we get to meet up with a Dew at some point, eh? This is... Again, it's just a little detail, but guys, if you haven't read the books, there's a lot of characters coming up from the books. Sheila's in the books. Adu is in the books. It just really ties it in very nicely. Alright. Now I'm losing track of where I have and have not been. Did I go in this house? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to freak you out while you were having dinner.
A day like any other.
Oh, what was that, an herb? Like dried herb? Oh, it looks like garlic. Oh, there's cloth. Okay. That's gonna be where Cedric is. Maybe. Over there, with all the ladders. First, though, what's going on over here? This looks like a somewhat authoritative building. It's a little bigger than the other ones.
How's your health, Grandma?
Well enough, Sonny. What you looking for here in Lobenden?
Oh, Lobbenden's the name of the little village. Okay.
Well. Seems I outlasted even Foltest. Now just to outlast Lorido. And I'll be on my way.
Alright, anything to talk about?
How's your health, Grandma?
No.
Well enough.
King's...
Well,
Same
now...
thing. And, okay. Well, it said she's somebody's wife, so is your husband in here somewhere? No, it's certainly not looking like. But if this is Lobenden, then... Who else?
Can girls become witches too?
Oh, this little girl.
How are you?
I don't want to necessarily dash her dreams, but boy, she's a bit obnoxious following me saying the same thing. You know, I should try actually talking to her and see if Geralt can give her a response. And maybe that would satisfy her, and then she would be on her way. Oh, there's Triss.
In Belk. It'll be nearly a year now.
Is that Cedric?
Morrill would delight in a day like this, Sir Heron. Enjoy the memory of her. Don't wallow in the longing.
I try. I do. But I cannot believe all the bad blood this disappearance has bred.
Don't let others' shade poison your memory of her. Hatred is but an outlet for helplessness.
Alright, I'm liking this guy so far.
Vafail.
Vafail.
Reformed Scoia'tael, eh? You know, in a way, so I was thinking about this. Because I know some people are like, the Scoia'tael are just scum, they're the same as terrorists. And then other people are like, well, you know, their people are so terribly oppressed. What are their people supposed to do? And obviously this makes you think of, like, real-life racial tensions and the types of troubles that we have. And it's... I don't know, I think for the Scoia'tael, like, if they could get a great peaceful leader, then that could go a long way. Like, there's a whole lot of respect nowadays even for Martin Luther King Jr., right? And he was all about changing things peacefully, love for all peoples, and peaceful resistance. Like, you don't need to fight your oppressors, but you do need to stand against them, right? And so, I mean, I don't know how it is in other countries, but in the United States, like, this is a well-loved kind of guy. Like, he's one of the big... My kindergartner learns about him. Everybody learns about him in school. He's like one of the big idols to look up to for the correct way to instigate any sort of political change, right? But to be someone like that is not without risk. There was a lot of hate directed at him. A lot of hate. A lot of nasty things. Like, there's a famous picture of him, like, clearing up the charred remains of a cross that was burnt in his yard because all kinds of people were so upset about the things he was trying to do. And then he was assassinated. Like, it's incredibly dangerous to be the figurehead like that for a movement, even if your movement is just about peaceful resistance. So I wish the Scoia'tael, or not the Scoia'tael, the elves had someone like that, but I can't really blame them for not taking up just peaceful resistance, because it's slow going, and it's still going to draw just as much ire as fighting does. They're really in a nasty place. So, again, I've said before, I don't know a good solution for them. I don't know what they can do to solve all the troubles between them. I like to hope that peace could work. This guy seems like he's got a great idea. Obviously he reformed, hatred's not the way, nonviolence, whatever, but I don't know, it kind of makes me fear for him too. Like, is someone else who's still full of violence just gonna go ahead and kill him? They're gonna lump him in with he's still one of the elves, even if he's a good person. A lot of people who are racist don't want to acknowledge that anyone can be a good person, so we'll see. I'm nervous for you, Cedric. Also, I'm going to wait on talking to you because I don't want to advance that quest too much. Biter. What is it? Oh, it's a trap. Cool. Good to have some of them on hand. This probably isn't really that big of an area, but it just feels like a really big area. I got so many things to check out still. I don't think I've been to all the houses. I need to actually consult my map. Why is it? Yeah, scroll in there. Why's it gotta be like that? Okay. And Anezka was our witch. Sandler was our guy who does the leather. So, I might want to check out some more over on this side. This is okay, this is a wall. Here, so that's our town proper. Yep, here's the river. Alright, have I been much on this side? Probably not. Here I am right here. There's Cedric. So maybe if I want to go a little south and see what the path does, I think. I'm going the wrong way. Wait. Oh, it's spinning. I'm a fool. My map is spinning. My little compass is like spinning around on me. Forest near Flotsam. Okay, so this is out of Lavendon and into the forest.
I'll be damned. Going somewhere, friend?
Yeah, I'm going into the woods. Nothing wrong with that. Also, I got a cave I'm going to need to check out. Can I splash through here? Oh, I totally can. I possibly really shouldn't, but... Alright, I'm actually going to go ahead and wind the episode down here. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Come back in next time. We've got a lot to do. I think I really want to focus on... I said this before and then I totally forgot. I want to focus on the troll. I want to talk to him. I also really want to just kind of check out the woods a bit, even though I know there's going to be lots of things that try to eat me and kill me. I don't know. I want a little bit of a break from the city. I'm ready to explore the wilderness.